I'm Emma Skyward. I'm a content creator for Elevate, and today I'm here with Crim, and we're going to be doing this or that.
Hi. Yes, I also am a content creator on Elevate. I stream and do all that too. You can find me on everything, The Asian Avenger, and then my own personal, which is just Crim Nguyen on YouTube. So all of that good stuff.
Yay. So I'm really excited to do this with Crim because we both, I guess, primarily play a lot of like card games, Magic the Gathering and stuff like that. So it's always fun when we get to create content together.
Yes.
Should we just jump right in?
Yeah. Let's take a crack at it.
Okay, this or that. Number 1, waffles or pancakes?
If you're gonna ask that, if I were to answer, I mean, I hate most breakfast foods, so I would say neither.
I hate all breakfast foods too. I don't like waffles or pancakes.
Exactly. I mean, like, but if I had to choose, if I absolutely, like, gun to my head had to choose, I think I would get a waffle. Unless it's like in Japan, they have like really good like souffle waffles, then I might go with one of those. Souffle pancakes. I would go with one of those. But on average, I'll probably settle with any kind of waffle. But not too sweet, like a little bit of fruit on top is fine, but I don't need all the like maple syrup and sugar or anything like that.
I agree with you on the waffle thing, but this is really funny because you might be the only other person I've ever met who's like, I don't really like breakfast foods.
Yeah.
Usually people are like, are you crazy when I say that? But I pretty much just don't eat breakfast.
You know what my favorite breakfast food is? It's the most boring old man thing you can eat. It's cream of wheat.
I love cream of wheat. My mom used to make that for me when I was a kid. Yeah. And I never make it for myself because I just avoid eating breakfast entirely.
Yeah, right.
I do like cream of wheat.
Same. But like if I had to, right? Like cream of wheat is the way to go because I don't know, it's like old man food. It's like just old person
cream
food.
Cream of wheat or like a bagel with some honey on it, like a raisin bagel with honey. It would be like the only thing I would really want to eat for breakfast.
I don't even like bagels that much.
I don't like bagels with breakfast stuff on them.
Fair.
So.
All right. So I guess the general consensus is neither. It's this or that, and we chose or. But if we had to, is it this?
Waffles.
AKA waffles?
It's waffles.
All right.
Yeah, if it has to be. All right, number 2. Oh, this or that, FPS or RPG. Ooh, I'm going to go first on this one.
Go ahead.
The reason I started playing Magic the Gathering actually was because I needed a new game to stream, and I'm so bad at FPS games that the entire category was not an option. And I was like, you know what the opposite of FPS games is? Card games. And then it turns out I was really good at card games, so it worked out. But I'm so bad at FPS, so I would have to pick RPG, probably.
I can't choose because I love them both, right? So I really play both games, RPGs between like Fable, and then of course I like, Final Fantasy 14. That's more of an MMO, but like, RPGs like Final Fantasies and things like that. There's lots of fun like RPG games that I'm in love with. Not necessarily specifically the Hogwarts one because, I mean, multiple reasons, but on top of that, I just don't care for the wizard fights and most of the battles don't look good in Hogwarts, whatever. And then Valorant, though, is a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun. I actually started playing video games on FPSs. I wanted as a kid to go kind of like competitive with Counter-Strike, and I did a pretty good poke at that. Then I started playing strategy games, getting older, just like my response time is like -5, right? So it's like but I still play the hell out of Valorant. Valorant's like the only FPS game I play. So, but I think I'm going to go with RPG. I do really like Valorant, though. Valorant is a fun game, and there's a lot of husbandos and waifus for everybody in that game. So, yeah, I think I'm still going RPGs, though. Sorry. I mean, as much as my skill and my libido will not determine where I'm going with this. I'm choosing RPGs.
I occasionally log into Valorant to play with my friends, but it makes me so angry. It's like, I'm not a very angry person. It's hard to get me salty about a game, but if you want to see me upset, just load into Valorant with me, and it's guaranteed that I will be very upsetty. I agree. Hogwarts is not my choice for RPG, but RPG is my pick from this or that.
Yeah. Like, 'cause I mean, Valorant, I've learned a lot of the things I've learned from playing almost any Riot game, but specifically Valorant, is that apparently a lot of people have an intimate relationship with my mother, and then on top of that, dog water, and being very angry. But otherwise, the game is a blast. So close second for Valorant.
It's a well-designed game, I think, even if it's not for me. Let's do the next one. This or that. Dogs and cats.
This is gonna be so easy for me. Like, I mean, do you want to take this first?
I mean, my cat is right here. Like, she's sleeping. She's a little precious baby of a gem. I actually grew up with both dogs and cats, though, so I love them both. I mean, I only have a cat right now due to sort of, like, space limitation restrictions. I think I like cats just a little bit more because of some of their self-sufficiency.
Right.
And I feel like I really have to work for their love that I don't have to necessarily always do in terms of a dog. But I do like the enthusiasm of dogs, so I think slightly towards cats, but I love both.
So the tsundere aspect of cats. I mean,
I do enjoy that about them.
I love dogs. I'm a dog guy all the way through because once you win their affection, they're like that 110% of the time. They wag their tail, they sit and wait. I have 2 dogs. Dormammu, come here, buddy. You're right here.
I'm gonna go get my cat. Hold on.
So I have 2 corgis. As we're both getting our pets, I have 2 corgis, right? So the other one though is more like a cat. His name is Thor.
Really?
So
Thor,
he doesn't like affection, and he only wants it when he wants it, right? Not when you want to give it. But this guy is the most affectionate one, and he actually sits by my computer desk the entire time. He cannot be far away from me. He's so attached.
Pretty sweet.
So say hi,
That's
Dormammu.
pretty cute.
There you go, buddy.
Hi, Dormammu. What a cutie.
Look at that. He's licking the mic.
I love that.
Go for it, buddy. All right, bud. So dog guy all the way through for me.
Dog guy all the way through. Well, now I'm never going to get rid of my cat because she's going to sit in my lap for the entire rest of this recording.
boy.
Right, baby? You going to sit here? Okay, she's going to sit here. I can't scoot my chair in now because
I get it. Because, Dormammu lays right by my feet, so if I move any farther, he gets upset. He's like, yo, dude, where are you going? Where are you going?
Yeah, exactly. Well, that one was easy.
Yeah, pretty easy.
All right, next one. Ooh, RGB or botanical? This is hard. I kind of do both, to be honest. I have a ton of plants. I have like 25 houseplants. I take care of all of them. I love them. I love diverse plants.
I see them actually.
Maintain plants. I've got plants on my desk. My wallpaper is literally plants, just like in this photo. But I do love my RGB chroma accessories. So, I've got the underglow lighting on my desk. I've got the RGB fans. I've got the RGB accessories. So I kind of do both. What about you?
I am RGB. Like, there is zero botanical life in my household. And, being in, like, Southern California, like, specifically, like, LA, right? There's, like... Dude, I think the closest thing I've ever seen to a plant is like a random weed on the ground, right? Like, or like somebody spilled, like, dropped their salad. Other than that, yeah. I don't. I mean, like, it's great, like, it's cool, like, plants are fine. They don't do anything, but like, yeah, I am all RGB. Naturally, the guy with the neon blue hair likes neon colors. I've got all the fans. I've got essentially everything in my household lights up. The only thing left that I need.
Do you have a neon sign?
I do. The only thing left, it's more of like a neon dinosaur. That is like,
that's cool.
It's a sign, but it's like a dinosaur head. The only thing that doesn't light up yet is my toilet. I'm going to get an RGB toilet someday.
Is that a thing? Can you have an RGB toilet?
No, and I think that there's like no purpose for having one, but when you break it down, people are like, oh, but dude, RGB is completely pointless. Yeah, it is. That's why, why not make my toilet glow in the dark?
Exactly.
So
just put strip lighting, like one of those strip lighting RGBs under the toilet seat. That would be great. I would love that.
Lining your seat with lights. Brilliant. Great use of time.
Absolutely. All right, this or that. On the next one, pineapples or mushrooms? Ooh, you go first because I have a thing here.
I am very on board with mushrooms. I do not. I didn't like sweets already. I didn't like any of that on my breakfast foods. So naturally, I despise it on my pizza. I know that there has been a resurgence for people who want pineapple on their pizzas, but like, please, God, no, nothing sweet near my food. Salty, savory, spicy. That's it.
I understand. My preferred pizza order is mushrooms and onions. So I really am down with the mushrooms on the pizza.
Good.
I'm afraid of pineapples. I have a phobia of pineapples. It's okay when they're sliced, but like actual whole pineapples scare the crap out of me. And it stems from a time when I was a child and I ate too much pineapple, and it's a meat tenderizer, right?
Right.
So it made the inside of my mouth bleed for 3 days. And I was like 6 years old, so it was very traumatizing. And I do not do pineapples.
I thought you were worried about the exterior or something like that.
The exterior is also not fun. They're just like not nice.
Have you ever eaten a durian?
I don't like the smell of durian, so I can't get past it.
That's usually the biggest detractor for it, but like I more so am curious, have you tried it? Like, I mean, yeah, the smell's a little off at first, but like, have you tried the textures? I'm curious how.
I had a sip of my friend's like durian milkshake, but that wasn't really a durian texture.
You gotta try it once. Like even if you don't like the smell, just try durian once.
Okay.
That's it.
Okay. Just the fruit itself.
Yeah, the fruit.
You just eat it? Like,
I mean, obviously, you got to be careful because of the spiky exterior, but then once it's cracked on the inside, it's like this like pouch. It's really just that's why I wanted to ask you, because like I don't mind durian once I eat it. I do not like the smell of it. So
yeah, so weird. I wonder what the first person who was like, I'm gonna eat this thing, thought when they were eating durian. Like, why did they ever get past the smell?
You know, that's fair. That's because they were rewarded with the fruit, right? Durian pizza. There it is. That's the next step of human evolution.
On the next this or that, after us, it's going to be durian pizza.
Honestly, I kind of curious. I tried the Oreo pizza from Domino's. So.
Was it good?
No.
I didn't even know that was a thing.
No. It was so bad. It was so bad.
Okay. Good to know. All right, next, this or that. TV shows or movies? Ooh.
Okay.
This is hard. I do both, honestly. Sometimes I don't have time to watch a movie, and that is a problem. I don't have time to sit down for an hour and a half or 2 hours, so I can put on a 30-minute TV
What is
show.
it? This isn't 2007. Movies are like 3 hours now.
It's kind of terrible because I haven't seen like any movies. If you ask me about movies, there's a really good chance I just haven't seen it. So I'm constantly catching up on like older movies, and those movies are like an hour and a half. But even so, I don't always have time to sit down and watch them. So I do wind up watching a lot more TV shows, but I enjoy the movie experience.
You know, like, it's kind of funny where like media's gone. TV shows now are pushing about an hour an episode, maybe an hour and a half. Movies are now 3 hours. So like everything has just kind of like gone out more, but you know, I'm okay with all of it. I watch a lot of both. The biggest thing here for me is I think, because I really so the only movies that I watch now are Marvel movies and A24 movies, right? Because that's all there really are in theaters. So, and I really like my indie films, but I also love my CGI smashing and running into each other. But there's a lot of good stories being told in the TV medium now because it's serialized, and in the serialized medium, you're allowed to tell the story you want, right? As opposed to cramming within the 2.5 hours, 3 hours. So, TV shows are so much better nowadays than they ever were, and they're close to movies, but I still can't. I gotta choose a movie, right? I think I'm choosing a movie. I like taking myself, and there's something about a movie that puts you in the zone, right? Like, you're like, okay, I'm going to be in this world that they make, so I'm going movies for right now. But TV is close because it's so much better now than it ever was.
Yeah, I think I'm on the TV side just slightly, but my secret comfort food is movie theater popcorn. So if I actually get to go to the movie theater and watch a movie, that's my favorite.
I think,
I
mean, the experience is superb. You can't beat it. And like I just recently watched Doctor Strange Multiverse, so great, fun movie to watch. So yeah.
I haven't seen it yet. I had to finish WandaVision first, so I'm on it.
Also do Loki and then watch. But yeah. That's again WandaVision. That's a TV show.
WandaVision was so good.
That's a TV show.
I finished Loki. Loki was really good.
Yeah.
And I don't know. There's so many good TV shows, I think.
Yeah.
And like you said, the serialization aspect means you get more space to tell the story. Yeah. It's a lot of fun. Next, this or that. TikTok or Twitter?
Oh, that's so easy. Twitter. I snap fire off Twitter.
Yeah.
I will. This is like opening Pandora's box, so I'm gonna lightly answer this. But yeah, I use TikTok I appreciate how aggressive and accurate its algorithm is. From like just you like seeing what I look at, it's already brought up Jujutsu Kaisen, like punk music and like random dog stuff and memes, right? It knows what I want, right? And I love that. But when it comes to the content on there, I'm like okay with it. I like short form media. I think it's funny, but something about it is just like not how I enjoy it. Like Twitter is easier. I feel like Twitter is less engaging. It doesn't require me to focus as much, right? Twitter allows me to just kind of actually casually look at Twitter. If I open TikTok, I am like sweaty and competitively looking at Twitter, right? So
competitive TikTok viewing?
Competitive TikTok viewing. I can't just like casually open up TikTok. So I have to be in a mood and then I'm able to go and browse through TikTok.
I probably also go with Twitter. I think I spend more time on Twitter. If I get on TikTok, I'm going to be on TikTok for like an hour looking at TikToks.
Right? So sweaty.
Twitter is
sweaty.
Sort of off and on. Yeah. But I like making content for TikTok more than I like tweeting, because I kind of tweet like a person with mania. I'm just like, I got to get these thoughts out on Twitter right now. And then I'm like 10 tweets into the thread later because I still haven't fully expressed the idea that my manic brain is trying to get out. And TikTok forces me to be like, okay, write a script, or here's a sound, like make some content that fits it. So I like making content for TikTok more, but I like viewing Twitter more.
Yeah.
Somewhere in between.
That probably makes a lot of sense. I mean, like making something on TikTok is probably way better, but like watching anything on TikTok, like you had mentioned, like I don't just casually watch TikTok. So I would have to spend like an hour and sink time into it. So that's why I choose Twitter.
I feel you. All right, next, this or that. Boba or coffee?
Okay, that I can't just easily choose.
I can't either.
Because I love coffee.
I do coffee every day. Yeah, I do coffee every day. And I don't do boba every day, but I love boba.
Okay, but is that because if you did boba every day, you would be consuming a lot of sugar?
My coffee drink of choice is not light on the sugar.
Oh, so there's no difference.
There's pretty much no difference. And also, it's not a difference in accessibility because I go to the coffee shop and it is right across the street from the boba shop. So I could functionally go to the boba shop, but I choose the coffee shop almost every day.
If I could choose, like, I mean, I can because I live. Same for me, right? Every 2 coffee stores, there's also 2 boba stores, and they're always close. And some of them are one all in one. I actually really can't. Okay, because I love my coffee iced black, right? So bitter.
Okay.
I also like my boba iced black tea with no sweetness. The sweetness comes from just the boba.
I see. That's tough.
Okay, I think I go with boba because boba's flavor allows me to chug it. Like, you know when you're thirsty, you've just run, it's super hot. I take a drink out of like boba, it's refreshing. It hits me in the face like a cold splash of water, right? I drink coffee, it is cold, but there is something about its taste where I can't just chug it. I have to drink it slowly, like kind of like process it, right? So, and understand its flavors and whatnot. So I'm going with boba.
Okay. I think I'm sticking with coffee because boba is more like a special occasion thing for me, even though I do love having it. Boba is like I go out with my friends and we get a boba, and that's what makes boba really fun. Is it's kind of a social experience for me.
But so
at least that's what I associate it with. Yeah, but coffee I get on my own every day. I'm just like, okay, I'm gonna go quick run up to the coffee shop and grab coffee.
Oh, you gotta try getting boba
I need the
on your own.
caffeine to function. Maybe I should. Then it'll change the whole vibe.
Dormu, come here, boy. My dogs are just like circling by the outside. They're like, hold on, neighbors. I gotta defend you, master.
My cat does not do defense.
Don't worry, they think my dogs think they can defend, but honestly, no. If anything, they're getting stolen with it, right? Like with whatever. So.
All right, next, this or that. Oh, it's sitting. I was like, huh? Normal or shrimp? I was like,
look, fried
rice.
Yeah. You're telling me a shrimp fried this rice? Hey, don't
shrimp. I love that. I call that like raging bisexual sitting, which is I'm not sitting like that right now because I am filming, but oftentimes you will find me playing games with my feet like on either side of my keyboard and my arm
Go back
under
a
my
slide,
leg.
go back a slide.
Oh,
I can't see this. No, you're going forward in the slide. Oh.
Okay, there we go. I did it. So you'll often find me like my arm is under my leg. Like, it's a problem. So probably, unless I'm recording, I'm gonna go with shrimp.
I'm gonna speak for the older gamers out there. At 31, I can't shrimp anymore. That's why I bought this like expensive ass like Herman Miller chair. I no longer have my like Secret Labs. I got out of that because like, dude, once I swapped out of that, like sitting on your computer for hours on end, like, oh man, my back has thanked me so much for getting this chair, and I can't sit like a shrimp, so I've got to like get my posture nice and perfect. So
I'm not that young, Crim. I wish I was, but I'm not that young. I'm becoming the older gamer too.
But like it's weird though, because it's up until like, okay, I saw at 30, it was like a flick of a switch, right?
Okay.
So
I'm not quite there.
You're not there yet, but I guarantee you you can message me personally when you notice it too. At the stroke of midnight, I swear to God, I felt, is my back hurting? Like, you know what I mean? Like, I swear. So immediately at that point, I was like, okay, I'm gonna get out of the bucket chair and I'm just gonna correct my posture.
I'm putting it on my Amazon list. It's like timed for when I turn 30.
Right.
I'm buying a Herman Miller chair.
It's
going on my list.
Herman Miller, Steel Series, whatever it is. So all my elder gamers out there, don't worry. You know, like you gotta know what I'm talking about. Stroke of midnight, boom.
Okay.
Knees crackling and all of that.
We have one normal and one shrimp.
Yes, one normal for me.
Here we go. Ramen or pho?
So, I am Vietnamese. Pho, it has a special spot here. I love that, But the problem is, growing up, it is hard to beat grandma's pho. So when you go out, everything falls short.
Oh.
So I'm choosing ramen.
Ooh.
I didn't grow up with ramen.
Right?
It's like a high bar, right? Because like, and there is something also. I'm the kind of guy that's like a little saucy. I love a little heavy on the flavor, and so the broth is much thicker in ramen, and it's way like flavor dense. Pho is great. It's more of like the summer broth because the broth is like thin. It's not heavy on flavor. You can have this. The noodles are light. So, but I am all about everything in ramen. It's so flavorfully rich. So, and then as I said, it's hard to just beat grandma and like, family pho.
You guys heard it here first. Crim is a little saucy.
Those
are the exact words you said. You said I'm a little saucy. I probably also have to go with ramen. I live in a really good area for ramen. We have like a couple different ramen spots that all deliver really high quality, and the only really good pho place closed down like 2 years ago, and that makes me very sad. So I just don't get good pho anymore. So I think I have to go with ramen. Even though I really like both.
Back when I was in NorCal, there was a very good pho place. I went to it every time I wanted pho. There's also like Little Saigon, all that other stuff. Those places, like they're good. They're just not as good as I want them to be. Yeah.
Yeah, I feel you. I think we're both on the ramen train here. Next one is Marvel or DC. You should go first.
I mean, you really want me to go for? I might be a little biased.
Yeah. Go.
Okay, so
I know that you might be.
The Asian Avenger, and I choose DC. No, I'm choosing Marvel 110% because the biggest takeaway that I've always loved about Marvel, and like this is talking comic books, this is talking movies, this is talking all of this stuff, right? And the world that they built is that there is something greater behind the mask. There's like, I know that Batman is the common example that, like Bruce Wayne is the mask and Batman is the real, like, the real person, right? That's the common thing talked about. But I feel like the cool thing about Marvel is you love Steve Rogers, you not Captain America. You love Peter Parker, not Spider-Man, right? These are the characters you love. So they did a good job making it so that these characters are somewhat grounded in like, it sounds weird to say that when there's people being thrown through buildings and all that, but it's grounded in reality and that their at home selves are relatable. Peter Parker is a struggling student, right? But he just has powers, whereas everybody feels like gods in DC. And on top of that, if you break it down to movies and other mediums, DC movies are like, to put it Lightly. I learned this one from Valorant, dog water. Marvel, though, it's so funny because Marvel does such a good job of making movies and like TV shows that people get upset when their movies are just okay. Like, they have spoiled us to the point where, oh, that movie was just okay. And it's like, yo, but this is like better than the run-of-the-mill summer blockbuster. Because at a point, we were having Michael Bay movies that were insanely terrible and all of that. But now, we've got Marvel, and they're killing it. And everyone talks about superhero fatigue, but it was much worse before.
Yeah, I agree that DC just doesn't make very good... They make great animated shows. DC makes really, really good animated media, but their live-action media is just not great. I liked the new Batman. I liked it a lot.
Ooh, yeah.
I thought that was a very good movie, but I think overwhelmingly Marvel just does a better job with their live action content. I will also side with Marvel. I don't think that's really much of a question for anyone unless you're just like a diehard DC fan or you just love like animated media. But I think most people... Someone in the comments is going to be like, how dare you assume that most people prefer Marvel movies? But I think it's kind of a no-brainer.
I mean, to be honest, I'm pretty sure as someone who does enjoy some things DC, like, even DC fans would like me choose Marvel.
I think so. So I think Marvel is the winner. Next one. Oh, invisibility or teleportation? I think teleportation. I think it has to be. I would love the opportunity to just like go anywhere without travel time and experience things. Invisibility doesn't really provide me access to do anything that I think would be that valuable to my life. I mean, it would kind of be cool, I guess, to be a fly on the wall. Yeah,
because you would be invisible and no one would know, right? Like you.
But that doesn't even seem useful to me.
Dude, you could spy. You could be like...
I don't want to do that. I don't want to know what people say about me behind my back.
Not
like,
that.
I don't want to know.
I mean, like, sitting in and...
spy. I don't even want to know what people say in private. That has nothing... I'm a big, like, proponent of, like, minding your own business.
Okay.
And I feel like invisibility provides me absolutely no useful things that I need in my life because I don't want to know that stuff. But teleportation, however, I could just be, like... I would be really good at hide and seek.
Like, you could hide from anything. Like, that could be... What if an alien invasion happens? You're able to then spy on them, observe them.
That's not useful in my daily life because we don't have an alien invasion yet.
But it could happen, right? I guess it depends what the situation is. But yeah, I'm just trying to play devil's advocate.
I know. I get it. I feel like you have to have a type of personality where invisibility would be like really interesting or valuable to you, and that's perfectly valid. I just like the idea of being like, poof, I'm in, I don't know, South Africa, experiencing South Africa, or like, poof, I'm in Hawaii, not Hawaii right now because they're having a tourism crisis, but like, poof, I'm in China, experiencing China.
Right.
That would be nice. I would like that.
For me, it would come down to how I'd teleport.
Oh.
As in, like, if it activates the way that Doctor Strange opens up a portal, and then I just go, and then you walk through it, I'm on board. If it's teleportation like Nightcrawler, not as cool. I mean, it is cool, but, like, that's not the power I want. Invisibility, I think with invisibility, I think I'm too much of a troll to pass up on that, right? Like, imagine that randomly your shoes are tied. like, right? Like, and yeah, like, invisibility has its perks, mostly just because I do like observing, and, you know, sometimes it's nice to just, okay, if it didn't, like, mean that I could randomly get hit by a car or something, like, because they can't see me, but, like, it's nice to just, like, walk around and just be in the background.
There's a lot of really fun trolly things that you could get away with invisibility. That would be pretty exciting. Not like mean things, but just like casual trolly things.
Like I just keep unplugging your mouse.
Yeah, that would be really frustrating, but it would be really funny. I get it. I get it.
So I guess...
So you're going invisibility?
I think, yeah, just because it seems kind of fun to have. But...
Yeah.
But the teleportation, if it's Doctor Strange, open a portal, I'm on board with that one.
Is it the aesthetic?
Yeah, it's the aesthetic of stepping into a portal, opening a door. Dude, that's badass. I'll take that.
That is pretty cool. I feel you. Cool. Spring or fall?
I die in the spring because my allergies are terrible. I love the cold, so it's always cold in the fall, or at least colder. So I'm a fall guy. And my favorite holiday, Halloween, is there. So I am on board with fall 110%.
I think Halloween is also my favorite holiday, and there's a lot of things about fall that I like. I like the aesthetic of fall. I like the leaves. I do prefer warmer weather, so spring is kind of exciting to me because it's like becoming summer. But I also suffer from some allergies, so I think I do have to go with fall as well. Even though if it was maybe a question, I would probably choose summer. But that's not an option.
I would choose
so
winter.
I have to choose fall. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I would absolutely never choose winter. I would definitely probably choose summer and then fall, then spring, then winter. So, yeah. I'm going with fall also.
Okay.
That was it. That was the last one.
That was awesome. So, thanks for
Super
having
fun.
us.
Thanks.
That was fun. Thanks for joining me, Emma. Like, holy hell.
No, thank you. This is great. It's good to set up times when we can do stuff like this. Thanks to Stacy from Elevate for organizing this for us to do.
Hi, Stacy.
Go follow her social channels too. Go follow Agent of Injury's social channels. Follow mine while you're at it. And support all the other Elevate content creators.